in this video we are covering how to craft in Stranded Deep, that is using your hand tools, and also how to build structures. So let's get into it. What is up, survivors? It's HG Dan here, and I'm here to help you survive survival games. Now, before we get started, I really appreciate the love and support that you have shown me in these recent months, and I would appreciate if you're new to hit that like button and also to hit the subscribe with the bell notification to make sure that you get more out of your survival games. So what we are going to go through today is crafting and also how to build structures. Now, I am moving really slowly because from the last live stream we did get quite a lot of little bits and pieces, and we crawled our way to the base. Now, I do normally stream this, so do make sure to hit the channel to see when I'm next going live for you. I thought that was a jaguar that was about to jump out on us. Luckily it's not, it's just some thunder. I always get worried. It has happened to me before. So what we're going to do is just go through some basic crafting and such. I'm going to keep a couple of arrows because, you know, jaguars are a real thing. We're going to dump some of this other stuff out here, and we're going to go and cover some crafting. Now, one of the key things to know is everything that you can craft is in your journal. Now, what you can see here is your hand tools. Now, we do have another number of hand tools in here that you can craft as you're moving around, you're running around. Doesn't matter where you are in Green Hell, you can quickly whip this journal out if you want to build something and start to build it. Now, if you are a little bit more experienced, then you can obviously just throw some stuff together. You will learn an axe recipe very quickly because they do break. So as you can see here, it tells you what you need. So axe, we just need a stick, some stone and some rope. So what we're going to try and do is just have a look to see if we actually have those things on us. So we do. So we're just going to come down here, right click on whatever it is. So you can see we've got stone here, and we're going to hit craft. Now what this will do is open up this crafting table, aka a big rock with a bit of cloth on it. Now, in this menu, there's a number of things that can happen. Now, you will see up at the top here, we also have a number of circles with one is entirely filled, and then these three show that they're not. Now, this is the number of missing items that you can possibly use to create something. So, for example, we know that we want some rope. There we go. And we also want some sticks. There we go. Now we are still missing one of these items. Now if we go and hit that there, that will finish that off, and as you can see, we can craft our axe. Now I'm not going to actually create that, I'm just wanted to show you. But what you can also do is find out new recipes like this. So you can see we are still on the right track. If I add in another stick now, all of those will disappear, and there you go. So there's clearly no recipes out there that involves 4 sticks like this. So let's just get rid of those. So if we add in some rope, so we're just missing one ingredient now. If we add that in, we're going to lose that. Now I just so happen to know that we're missing a banana leaf. Now if I actually go to this here, and what we'll be able to see, that's fun. I forgot I could create that. That helps with lighting fires. I happen to know that what we're missing is actually the leaf, the stick armor. So as you can see, there is nothing on these pages here, and we're just going to go through and learn, accidentally stumble across the leaf armor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go craft straight from the floor and achieve nothing apparently. So we're just going to try that again. Craft, come on now. Right, so there we go. Let me do that there. Why are you not working for me? I tell you what we'll do it another way. So for whatever reason, this doesn't normally happen. Normally that will open up the menu. So what we're going to actually do is go about it a different way. So we're going to go craft here. We don't actually want stone. We're going to pick this up off the floor and place it on our stone. So that is how you can craft with these longer items. So for instance, the long sticks to create spears, you can't pick them up and put them in your bag and put them on your bag. What you have to do is craft them from the floor. Now this obviously isn't working. This is new. That was working when I tested this moments ago, so I'm not quite sure what I've done to break that. Doesn't happen very often, so don't worry too much. So we're just going to add in our 3 sticks again. We're also going to add in our 2 rope, and now we've got the banana leaf. You can see here that we've filled up all of these dots and we now have stick armor. So if I craft this, that puts the stick armor in our bag, and now we have a new entry in our notebook, and that puts that in there. So if you do ever forget what it is that you want to craft, you can rest assured that it will be in your notebook if you've crafted it before or if you've discovered it before. So we're just gonna put this on now, because I don't actually have any armor for that. Now I could have created another bone armor, but I just wanted to show you that is how you discover new things. You can literally just experiment. So we've got that there. I don't actually know what this is, but if you actually have a look, let's just put that back up there. We've got the dry leaf there, but when you look, there's nothing up there to suggest that this is part of a recipe. So we're going to get rid of that, at least for the time being anyway. So we've got stone, so we know about that. Have we got anything that we can do with this? No. What about feathers? So we've got a number of different things that we can do for feathers. So if I put a small stick on there and I put another feather on there, okay, so that's another arrow. So I know that we actually have something else that we can use on here. What do we add? So we are missing probably an arrowhead. So I think that is a metal arrowhead, because you can create those, but we haven't got those yet. So this is a new playthrough that I have started specifically for the stream. So as I say, if you do want to sort of like get involved in that and come join the community while we're playing and chatting, then do make sure to subscribe and join in. So that is crafting. That is a very sort of like quick overview on how to craft in Green Hell. But if you do want, if you do have any more questions, then make sure to drop them in the comments below, or join the Discord, and feel free to ask me questions in the Discord. I'm quite happy to spend the time to go over these, and if I get enough questions, I can create more video content for you guys answering those questions around a specific game, like an FAQ, for example, if that's what you wanted to do. Or we can do a Q&A, depends what the community want, and that's what I will do. So what we're going to do now is move on to structural building. Now again, with your structural building, you will have different tabs that can build you different things. So you'll always start off with some of these. You won't always have like a snare trap or a bow trap. You'll have to discover those out in the world. Now that is the main difference between your structural and your hand tools, other than the fact that you do not use, in fact no, there's loads of difference. Scrap that last comment, I was talking crap. There's a lot of differences between the two. So as you can see here, I have actually built a shelter, I've built a bed, and I've built a framework and put a banana leaf roof on top. Now the reason I've done this is so that I could actually have a fire, because it keeps raining in the rainforest. Funny that. It keeps raining in the rainforest, and putting the fire out, and it gets really annoying, and then you can't do and cook your food and whatever else you need to do. So I am kind of I'm in not a bad place. It looks like I sort of topped up on all of my stuff before leaving. So what I'm going to do is just drink all this water so that we don't have to worry about that. I'm now going to show you the actual structural side of things. So as I was saying, you can only learn things when you're doing structures by exploring and discovering things that have already been built. Now some of these, like the frames and a lot of the actual short walls and stuff like that, you know anyway. However, you do pick other things up, such as the smoker. The smoker's new. I stumbled across a native camp that had a smoker in which case I put the recipe in there. The dryer as well. The dryer is something I have discovered. I run onto the camp and they had built a dryer. Also the mud, you pick up the mud, it unlocks a lot of stuff for you, which you can do on here. What else have we got? Water, I think that's the only thing. As I said, I discovered a snare trap and also the bow trap. And there's just the log beds as well. I've discovered one of those, and these are only things that you can find just by sort of like running around and finding these things. So okay, so you now know how to deal with those. How do you actually build? So let's go through and build something. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put up a wall on one of these. So what you can see now is I have selected I want to build one of these. So all I do is just click here and that shows me this blueprint view that we've got right now. So and then it will just snap to this frame. Now most of the building that you do build, like structurally, depends on these frames. Now you can see I'm attaching this wall here. Let's go and pick something else, like the sheds. Stick shed, you can see it snaps to this frame as well, showing the white guidelines. Oh hello toucan. Now this actually is a shelter rather than a shed. I've just butted them up quite close together just for the sake of doing it, but they're very similar in purpose and it just looks a little bit neater. Oh lovely. Let's just get rid of those. Okay, so what we're now going to do is actually go ahead and build, in fact, what takes less? 5 of those, 2 of those. We're going to build a shed, and what we're going to do, we're just going to build a shed there. Now that I've clicked this in place, what you can see is you've got several parts of the blueprint, and a part of the blueprint is actually showing lighter colour than the rest. Now what this means is this is the bits that you need to put in first. So when you mouse over these, it does actually show you that you've got 2 logs is needed. So that's what we need to go out and find. So I'm just going to run out around here and find somewhere that I can get my logs, hopefully without dying, because I haven't explored this area a great deal. So this should give us probably 2 logs and a long stick or 2. So we're just going to take these. Now I've picked up these logs. So what we'll do is we'll just go back and we'll place these logs down. So find where it is lighter. You can go E to insert. Done. And that will then move on to the next section. Now you can see that we've got 5 long sticks that we need to get. So we're going to go back to where we just chopped that tree down. So I suspect we'll have at least 1, normally 2, but we've got at least 1 long stick if I can find it again. There's 1, there's 2. Maybe we got lucky and there was a 3rd, or there's a 3rd from if I was chopping down the other day. No, it doesn't look like it, but there's another tree there. We'll harvest that. So in fact, let's just do that now. Save me running back all these times. Chuck those down there with Q. And I've just broken one of those long sticks. There you go. You're going to see some crafting in action now. So that is one of those. One of those. Now, like I say, you will just pick up some of the axes and some of your basic tools like that. Haha. So let's just get ourselves some more long sticks, considering I'm a numpty, and chop that one in half. 2 logs again, don't want that. There it goes, another one there, another one there. That should give us some more. Let's just chop that there. Another long stick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. Were we lucky? Not quite. Almost. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we need. So let's now run back here. We're just going to pop this on there like that. And now you can see that we've moved on to the rope section here. So we just put those ropes on and listen. That sound means that you've completed that stage of it. Now, for example, that means that the shed is done from that book. Now, to go one further, what you can now do, for example, is advance onto the... Sorry, I thought I heard something coming up behind me. Advance onto mud structures. Now, mud structures require a frame, so we've just put the shed frame down, so we can now put a mud frame, mud blueprint round, which will help us create the mud shed. Now, it just so happens that there's some mud down there. I don't unfortunately have the facilities to make the mud, so if you do want to see me messing around creating mud structures, then do make sure to come to the stream, because I am at that sort of stage in the other base. Although we are exploring more at the moment, so if I can find the other base, you might see some mud structures. If not, then apologies, but come along and say hi anyway. It'd be good to talk to you. So this is the next stage. You can then go on and put on, not on there, maybe we can put a mud roof on. Yeah, so then you can do a mud roof, or for this example, you can, oh, not that one, never mind. That sounds like a jaguar, so I might die in a second. So apologies if I suddenly scream like a girl, everyone. So we can then put a banana roof on, and then the banana roof will also snap to there as well. Okay, so that's how you sort of like place down your structures. That's how you craft hand tools. That's how you actually build as well. So yeah, there we go. There we are, survivors. There's another video helping you survive survival games. If you did enjoy the video, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and all that normal business that people ask you to do at the end of a video. Here's some more content for you if you want it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time to be here with me on this YouTube journey. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. If you do want to get more involved in the HG Dan community, then there is a link for the Discord in the description. Make sure to come along and join us. We are always looking for new members and more players to play games with. We do have some private ARK servers that is only for HG Dan community members, so make sure to get involved in that if that is something you want to. As we grow and we get bigger, I am also looking to include other games, and maybe we'll do a fun day Sunday or something like that, and we'll play some games together and we'll get a big community thing going. I would love that. That would be great, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.